I forgot to hit the goddamn record button for the VOD. Now I did. We're all good.
Oh, the VOD's never gonna know what we said before.
Yeah, the VOD's never gonna know. Fuck.
Oh, poor VOD.
Hi, Myrna. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Hey.
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 Oh,
Fucking
man.
sup. Hi, all
So
is
you
laughter.
just pulled up that screen. And I have spent, this week basically catching up on the previous theory crafting, and my head is just swimming with Pokemon.
Yeah, my head is also swimming with Pokemon. It's a very Pokemon vibe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got a fucking talk sprites. Oh my goodness.
What do you mean talk sprites? This is me.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
This is
sorry.
what I look
This is just our real regular bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are actually standing in this field.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. Choo choo. We got to be careful that the train doesn't hit us.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't want any mushroom soup on the tracks.
Yeah. We've been waiting for a while. When is that train coming in?
Well,
The train
I don't
is
know.
dead.
The train's dead?
No, the train is dead.
Oh, it is.
Train is
Okay. So
Just like an open garden wall.
Just
right.
like in Final Fantasy VI.
I get you. So the train is the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That actually is sick. That's great information to know. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
That is a cool theory, but not a Pokemon theory, unfortunately.
It's not a Pokemon theory. Yes, of course Puptato is here. Puptato follows me around wherever I go. Okay, so this is the very first patron-exclusive YouTube stream.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
And we decided, I'm only now in this moment realizing how ridiculous it is that we decided for our very first stream to do a continuation of a stream series that is a year old.
Well, yes, correct. That is a little funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little funny. I bet, not to do adjusting right at the end here, I bet I can zoom that in. There we go. Look at that. That's a lot better.
That's guys.
So, you want to just we haven't done this in a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to catch folks up on we uploaded the VODs for the first few streams up to Mushroom Station. But do we want to update people on
Jupiter, did
yeah?
you put shiny Arceus in that little
No,
screen?
that's not shiny Arceus. That is Arceus using I think the fairy type plate.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it's pink, and I did that because this tier list uses art from the 3D Pokédex thing that I think was on 3DS. I'm not sure though. I'm not 100% certain where these come from, but they have all of the different variants for all of the Pokemon as well. So for Arceus, they have all of the different plates. So
Who's your favorite color, Arceus?
yeah, so I just picked the pink one.
The pink one. Good choice.
Thank you. So
okay, I
yes.
can catch us up. I can catch us
Perfect.
up because
Thank
I
you.
know all of it.
Thank you.
Like the back of my hand. So there are 3 main sources of Pokemon on the Poke Earth.
Right. In our version of canon.
In
canon. In genuine actual canon. I will say I'm just gonna pop in really quick. Pink is the it's the objectively best Arceus flavor. Just gonna say. Tastes like strawberry. Love
Yum.
it.
Yummy.
So I have finally, I was late because I didn't have the money, but now I do. So I finally have been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Oh, good.
And the first thing that I will say is that this might be my favorite Pokemon game now.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
extremely
it's like
good.
the best.
Yeah.
Also, the second thing I will say is that so far, I'm only in the second area, but so far, nothing that has been shown to me has disproven any of our theories.
Yes. I'm very excited about that as well. What?
Well, there's one.
What?
Yeah?
There's one that I just heard. I think it's about Voltorb.
Okay. Is Voltorb in Pokemon Arceus Legends?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. That does change things. But, you know,
I
the Dex is wrong sometimes. We can be wrong sometimes.
I don't remember the Voltorb theory. Joe, would you continue to catch us up?
Yeah, I'll catch this up. So, again, for this grid we're looking at, left is canon as in Pokemon canon, right is horseshit as in not Pokemon canon, but everything on the grid is stuff that we believe.
Yes.
And then top to bottom is the coolness of the theory itself, not the Pokemon attached. So there are three main sources of Pokemon. Mew is a space alien from a different planet that basically started life in the way that we know of natural selection and evolution. Starting with even like the single cell Pokemon. I forget what it's called.
Solosis?
Yeah, Solosis. So all of the like any biological Pokemon that came from evolution started with Mew on Earth. Arceus was drawn to Earth because of the Pokemon, I believe. And channels.
I don't know if we ever decided why Arceus came to Earth, but or if Arceus was created by story. But
no, Arceus and Mew are on like similar levels, and I believe Arceus came to Poke Earth because it was drawn to the dream energy of the Pokemon
did we decide that? Because I gotta be real, I only watched the first stream. I didn't rewatch the second one.
I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. I'm trying to do it quick and dirty.
All right. But Arceus is only the god of this Earth, not of the universe.
Correct. Exactly. And it basically watches over the Earth, and it hears the dreams of not only the Pokemon but of people and of the Pokemon Earth itself, and uses that to channel it into new Pokemon. This is where Pokemon like Corsola and Sudowoodo came from. To help protect and clean the forests and the ocean, in reverse order, yada yada. Obvious, very normal stuff. And then in the middle we have Regigigas to represent Regigigas to represent the primal Pokemon, which are Pokemon that came up from the Earth, the Earth itself, because the Earth itself may be a Pokemon.
Basically, like, most rock and steel and ground types existed before any other Pokemon.
Correct. So this is like Graveler.
Yeah.
Klefki was actually the origination of that theory.
Yeah. And I really do have like a new wonderful appreciation for Klefki now.
Yes, absolutely. And then there is a fourth method by which Pokemon are made, and that is man-made Pokemon. This includes Ditto, Grimer or Muck, Voltorb, things like that. Not Trubbish. Trubbish came alive through dream energy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe so, but we haven't put that on the list here.
Yeah, I think we kept using it like as a point, but we never actually put it on the list and talked about Trubbish.
For sure.
And also, it's worth noting that human beings are also aliens that came from a different dimension, or they're interdimensional travelers or something.
Yeah,
they're not Pokemon.
Travels.
And they basically crash landed on Poke Earth as well, and Pokemon
that
and humans.
is not disproven at all by the most recent game. I will.
Yeah,
add.
If anything, it makes it right. It makes it true.
I think it is canon. I think that's just canon.
Pokemon
I
and
do.
humans have learned how to live in harmony. Also, it's worth noting that Ekans was a snake on the stowaway on the human ship, and that's it. It's just.
Oh right.
I do want to say really quick that even though we are definitely going to be talking about Pokemon Arceus, none of us have beaten it yet, and I don't want to spoil the game yet entirely. So like early game stuff is fine to talk about, but I don't want us to like talk about it and end of game stuff.
Yeah,
this is mostly for chat.
Yeah, I think anything in like the first area is definitely fine. Because like I only really just started the second area anyway, so I don't want spoilies. But hey, you know what? We'll probably do another one of these someday.
Yeah, I think we probably will. Especially once we all beat Arceus in like the way that the I don't know what it's called. What the thing is called? New Age Pokemon New Age Pokemon Legends. Like I feel like they're gonna make another Legends game eventually, and we'll probably make another video.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Legends like series like is going to be the new way that Pokemon games are made because everyone loves it, and like I don't know. I
fucking love it.
I think this is the new direction for Pokemon, which I'm happy with. But, the other thing I know about Pokemon Legends is that you can glitch break a rock or like jump over it with a Pokemon.
My favorite thing is, you know, in Pokemon Legends, you're supposed to like throw your Pokemon at like a tree to get the fruit or whatever, and then you can throw any Pokemon to break a rock.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is just getting like the most unfit Pokemon to break that rock, like a fucking fish or a parrot. Love it.
Okay, so there is something in Legends that I want to talk about immediately. But I'm a little cautious about it because I don't know if it's expanded on more.
Okay, how about you say it, and I'm a little bit further in the game. So just say it, and we'll figure it out from there.
Amy, don't correct it. Just if you know anything that is against what Jupiter says, just help us guide it on the canon horseshit spectrum.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Okay, so there is one thing that I want to talk about, which is in Pokemon Legends Arceus, one of the first things that you're told about Pokemon is that they all have the innate ability to shrink down to tiny size.
Truly a game changer. Truly a game changer.
That's not a thing that Pokeballs do. That's just a thing that Pokeballs take advantage of.
This cracked the whole thing wide open for me. That small little line of dialogue changed Pokemon forever because I was convinced, and maybe it still might be true, that Pokemon are part, at least, data. Like that's why they are able to shrink and be transferred through PCs and shit. Like that's why they're able to turn into red light. And that was the basis for my Charjabug theory, where Charjabug was basically invented by a glitch in Pokeball tech.
Right, I kind of remember that. Yeah. But no. They innately have the ability
to shrink.
But we only ever see it with Pokeballs.
Yeah, now that I know this, I want so badly to just grab a Pokemon and squeeze it hard enough so that it just shrinks down into my hands.
Oh my god. So this also means that when they're in the Pokeball, they're just small.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just in there.
They're just in.
Aren't
what
they
the? What is
little guys in there?
How small? How small? How small can they get?
Are they like?
Why only small? Why can't they get bigger?
Well, they can Gigantamax.
They can.
I guess so.
Yeah. So there's something about Pokemon that makes their sizes sort of able to fluctuate. Like,
yes,
there's something about them, and like, we can just call it magic. Magic exists in this world. Like,
well, like, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it absolutely does. But why? We don't necessarily need to find an answer to this. I guess we do. That's the whole thing we're doing here. But why does it affect only the Pokemon, being the creatures brought into existence by Mew and by the primal forces of the world itself and by Arceus's dreams? But
right.
Oh, and also creatures created by human beings, but not human beings themselves. Or
right.
Can human beings do it and they just don't know it?
So there's something innate that there's something about Pokemon. There's like because that's something that Legends Arceus like very much drills into your head, is that humans and Pokemon are different.
They're different.
They are fully different things. But what about a Pokemon makes it a Pokemon? What is the essential Pokemon-ness of Pokemon that make them Pokemon? And I think that's a question that we have to answer today. Squibby Scoodles saying Pokemon shrinking sounds like a parent explaining something to a small child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. Don't worry, Billy. Your Raticate just shrunk down really small.
Shrunk real small.
Also, after I think I remember Minimize being a Pokemon move, but I haven't used it. Yeah, that is the thing. Minimize is a Pokemon move, and in the the animation isn't there in like any other Pokemon game, but in the first Pokemon game in Generation 1, when you used Minimize, it would actually shrink down your sprite of your Pokemon and turn it into a little blob.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm just now brain blasting about. Mirna, well, if they can be transferred through data, maybe they can become a light. Light can be used to determine computer information with binary. That is a very interesting point.
That's
what if Pokemon... Okay, so what if... Because we could just hand wave and say it's magic, but I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Magic how?
Magic how? What if...
I think...
What if?
Go on.
What if Pokemon... You know how light can be a particle and a wave?
Yeah.
Pokemon are both solid and light.
Yeah. Oh, so like gems from Steven Universe?
Like gems from Steven Universe, exactly. That's actually a fucking extremely good example.
Yeah.
Pokemon have an innate quality that is like the gems from Steven Universe. Their bodies are made of light. Which is why they are so easy to create. Like, not that light... Yeah, like, not that light is, like, easy to manipulate with, but, like, if you're thinking about, like, yes, there are Pokemon gods, that much we know for certain. Yeah. Like, fucking let there be light bullshit. Fucking make like, come on.
Yes. Yes. Oh, God.
No wonder they're called pocket monsters. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Magic is a starting point, but not an explanation. Exactly.
Exactly.
I think... Okay, so I told you that, like, my going theory was that Pokemon were part data. I think that I was hitting on this. Like, I had the wrong lens, but it is light. I think that Pokemon, yes, absolutely. Whether they're the man-made ones, like, need to, like, build their frame or their core, I think it's, you know, maybe some mixture of the both. Mm-hmm. But them being part light definitely explains all of the other data stuff. Of them like, you see, like, Charizard return and you see them turn into like a red wave light, and it's not like a perfect line ever. It's like a flash of energy.
Yeah,
and it also explains, you know, Ash's Pokédex just scanning them with a light.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Full. Okay, cool.
So
now we know.
So how do we represent on this tier list that all Pokemon's bodies are made of light?
I think.
Can you get an image of Steven Universe?
I can't add images. I can't add images to this.
Well, yeah. What
about
Porygon?
Just do an L for light.
Oh my god.
There you
go. Where is it?
It's different than unknown.
It's different from unknown. We have to remember this L. Also, for the record, for the unknown that we did choose, I picked the M for mushroom.
Oh, hell yeah.
The L, this stands for light. This is representing the concept that all Pokemon's bodies are made of light.
Okay.
And I'm putting it in... I think it goes on the canon side.
I do. I to think it's canon too, kind of. Not all the way, but pretty dang close.
Yeah, I think we're still not all the way there. I think the three of us are the furthest along in understanding Pokemon lore, even more than the creators of the games themselves.
Yes.
But I still think that we don't have a perfect understanding of it. So it's not fully canon.
You know, in the same way that, like, no three humans can understand everything about all animals on Earth.
Exactly.
We're
just that far away.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Porygon, and now I really want to talk about Porygon. But I would have to do a very minor spoiler for Arceus.
Oh, is it that they come in through the...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then can we do Porygon?
Let's do a Porygon. And then I want to take some Pokies from the chat.
Yeah.
Also, unrelated, but Porygon's a fucking amazing Pokemon, and I think it's becoming one of my favorites.
I love Porygon. I love this fucking polygon duck.
Dog.
It's a little doggy.
I love this little bitch.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about with Porygon?
That's right.
Should we first? Well, I guess let me state my hypothesis, and then we can look at the decks. But I think my theory is
fucking sorry. The thing that is occurring to me with Pokemon being made of light is that, like, because as far as we know, Porygon is the only intentionally man-made Pokemon. Like, not... Porygon is trans colors. That is extremely important to point out. Hell yeah. But as far as I know, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, that Porygon is the only intentionally man-made Pokemon. And I'm not counting, like, Genesect, who is just a Kabutops thrown in armor.
What about Ditto?
Well, okay.
Ditto was a failed experiment.
Ditto is a failed experiment. So yeah, like, yes, but like Ditto and Mewtwo and Porygon are the only intentionally man-made Pokemon, I think.
I think so.
Unless I'm wrong, I might be wrong. But
I mean, we might run into more, but that's definitely the only ones we've run into so far.
Right. But Porygon being made of light, was Golurk man-made? I don't know. Maybe? But we can come back to that. But with Porygon being made out of polygons, like, from a computer program, like, and also representing, like, the advancements of rendering technology, which is fucking hilarious, that, like, it being made of light just makes every bit of sense in the world to me.
Yeah.
But, like, also, we have to consider with Ditto, they're made of light, but they have DNA structure.
Right, exactly. That was always part of it. Like, it's both. It's DNA and computer code or light, patterns or whatever that work in tandem.
So it's like the DNA, it's probably not structured in the same way that human DNA is, but the DNA is the instructions that tell the Pokemon's body how to be shaped, how to form the light in the way to be that Pokemon.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay,
so
Amy, Porygon.
I have two sort of mirrored theories. The first one is The second is in tangent to the first one. So the first one is essentially Porygon's origin story, which we don't really know much about, and probably find out more in the decks. But I think that Porygon is essentially just like a dog who is made of love, and
here, let's take it to the decks, shall we?
Zwing.
I am excited about my second theory, though.
Yeah. Imagine a sound effect when the when the deck shows up. There isn't a sound effect, but imagine it. Okay. Porygon. Pokédex entries. Also, let's go ahead and look, because like
angry.
We might be able to. Right, because Porygon was in that infamous episode of the animated series. What is this, Batman? The anime that triggered a bunch of seizures, which sucks. And then Porygon has like never shown up ever again in the anime, and it's a shame. Because because also I just want to I like, and this point has been made before, but I'm clearing Porygon's name because in that episode, I've seen that episode, and Porygon isn't the one who causes the flashes. It's Pikachu who does it.
Yep. It's not even Porygon's fault.
Damn, that's fucked up.
It's not even Porygon's fault. Fucking hashtag free Porygon.
All right.
Anyway.
In the world of Pokemon, a lot of people don't know Porygon exists. Because
that is true.
One of their only we talked before about how the anime exists in the universe, and it is basically a children's show. However, that episode was cut. I don't think we never touched on this, but I don't think that the games exist in universe.
Okay,
or at least not as they are, you know.
But I want to throw a wrench in that really quick.
Okay.
Because in the game, and like, you know, we do have to at least somewhat separate like elements of the games that are like that only exist for the player's benefit.
Yeah.
Right? Like Pokédex entries that mention like real life animals or like certain NPCs that are just there to talk about game mechanics, like stuff like that. Like there's like I think of it as like, you know, if we're thinking of the Pokemon world as a real place, that the games are a translation of that real place.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That is presented with the context for us.
Correct.
So there are NPCs that are in. There's always two of them. They're always right next to each other. They're always holding Game Boys or whatever and trading with each other. Those are NPCs that are in almost every Pokemon game. Also, we have to keep in mind that the other part of the other potential wrench is that in almost every Pokemon game, when you are in your character's room, there's usually a console there of whatever recent Nintendo console it was.
Also, in the very first episode of Pokemon, it shows the game on screen, and then I think Ash was playing it or something, or watching it. I don't remember.
It was presented as the opening, the intro for the game, and then it transitioned into animation as he was watching a battle that was happening, like a televised battle.
Okay.
But
right, and that's kind of what I was gonna say. Is I think if there are games in universe, I think they're more like sports games for us.
Sure. Yeah.
You
can trade players and stuff
like that. Oh,
that
makes sense.
Yeah. I vibe with that.
Okay, I already read all these while you two were talking, and basically they all say the same thing. Basically, Porygon is one of the only Pokemon that can move into cyberspace. He doesn't have to breathe. Also, he's the only Pokemon that they theorize can live in space.
Okay. Pokemon that exists entirely.
Porygon was invented to commune with Arceus.
Oh, also another important one. They said that Porygon can only do what it's been programmed to do.
Okay. All right.
But also, isn't that the same for humanity?
I don't think that's true. I think that's a false dex entry because I remember Porygon from the original Pokemon Snap, and like to find it, it's just like scrounging around in a bush, and you have to throw a pester ball at it, and it like jumps out of the bush and it gets startled. Like it's acting like an animal in the wild. Now that might be one that was released, and maybe the people who wrote that dex entry don't know that it's capable of acting on its own. Very short circuit situation where this robot basically gains sentience. But that's all I have to say about that.
I just want to point out, first off, the dex entries for Legends Arceus are extremely fun. I love that they are directly from somebody's perspective. That is great.
Yeah.
And I just want to point out the extremely funny, I don't think it adds anything to us, but the extremely funny dex entry of it has no discernible heartbeat and does not seem to draw breath, and yet it appears to function without issue. I cannot begin to explain this utterly bizarre anomaly.
Yeah. I also think it's so sad that, like, you know, the newer ones say roughly 20 years ago, it's an old obsolete program that doesn't really work anymore, and it was made to go to the moon, but it never did. And like when it was originally made, it was like it did not age well, and it's sad. Like it's the one Pokemon that, like, because it was man-made, is not built to withstand time.
Yeah, that's something we have to talk about. Also, Myrna saying it also said that Porygon is copy protected. We need to make them DRM free. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's this Pokemon is copy protected and it cannot be duplicated by copying. Fucking wild.
Wait. Can most Pokemon be?
No, but I'm thinking since it's made out of programming, I think what it's saying is that, like, okay, so first off, how do Porygons? They're entirely made of programming, so that jives very well with our whole thing about them being made of light.
Yeah.
Of all Pokemon being made of light. How do they enter physical reality? Do they pop out of the computer?
I think they pop out of a Pokeball. I think that, like,
okay, so you put there's a machine that goes into like the USB slot of a computer. You put a Pokeball in it, and then you type the code, and it makes a Porygon.
Yeah.
Have they ever tried to make any other Pokemon this way?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because I think that they tried to create a Pokemon, and Porygon was the best they could do. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Porygon very much, but I think it's not what they were looking for. Like, the best that they could make was this, like, you know, rigid, low poly count.
I really want to know what Porygon 2 and Porygon Z's files say.
I want to talk about them as well. I was about to say. Also, I want to point out, or rather, I want to talk about the fact that Porygon are obsolete, because what are Porygons doing now?
Oh, another deck said that now they basically scour the internet for fucked up things.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry. In recent years, the species has been very helpful in cyberspace. These Pokemon will go around checking to make sure no suspicious data exists. So, these Porygons are now fucking antivirus?
Porygon antivirus, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Man, Pokemon Earth truly is a utopia.
Also, are they like the only Pokemon that like can't naturally die?
I would assume so. I don't think Porygons can die.
Well, data does corrupt over time.
Well, as we will see with Porygon Z. Scooby School, so these are digital Pokemon. Could you consider them Digimon? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're definitely, like, Porygon are the closest Pokemon get to Digimon. For real. Which, by the way, I really gotta watch Digimon. It's been, like, on my list for years.
Ooh, okay, I just read that Porygon 2 has artificial intelligence, which...
Ooh, okay. Cool.
And it can learn new gestures and emotions on its own.
Cool. Also, all is left is saying Porygon eats viruses.
Yum.
Hell yeah. So we're also getting some... You know what? Porygon is both a Digimon and a Net Navi from Mega Man Battle Network. Hell yeah.
Oh, and these are so sad. It keeps on saying it was upgraded to enable the exploration of other planets. However, it failed to measure up.
This is... Okay, I said that earlier as a joke, but I genuinely think that the purpose of Porygon was to try to find Arceus.
I kind of vibe with that. So, for two reasons. One, like in Legends Arceus, and you know, like again, no spoilers, and like this plot point isn't resolved for me yet. But one of the big things about that is this like science meeting spirituality, and schisms happening within religious groups, but also like this new, like, essentially atheist group coming in and like inserting itself into their problems, and like how that all works. So I think, but also Porygon is consistently a failure, and like I don't like Porygon is perfect, and Porygon isn't a failure in my heart, but it has never been able to do what it was designed to do, and the further they pushed it, they got Porygon Z, who, you know...
I need to know what Porygon Z is, because I do not remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Porygon Z is very funny because... Oh. Come back here, Dex. Porygon Z is very funny because it is created by when it's traded holding the dubious disc.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the dubious disc?
It's a disc that I think just contains malware.
Yeah. So, okay, y'all made fun of me for my Chargebug theory, but this fits as well. Like there is just some like inherent bugs in Pokeballs that just can't be worked out. They're fundamental.
Right. I think that is like something that I want to say is that like I think that there is something in the themes of Pokemon that is very much like that. It's basically saying that like science can only go so far.
Yeah.
Like that there are like when in a world where we know that gods are real, in a world where like there is like always some thing lying under the surface, right? That in a world of magic, that trying to approach it from a like strictly scientific mindset will always come up short, and also, or maybe even rather, maybe not even that theme quite, but maybe more the theme of humans don't necessarily belong here.
Yeah, or you can't try to control this. This is not a controlled
also
thing.
That, right, like that humans, rather than trying to, I think rather like this is the theme, right? Like that humans are not Pokemon, but in order to properly exist in this world, rather than positioning themselves as like a higher form of being, they need to coexist with Pokemon.
Yes. So, in all Pokemon media, to my knowledge, the protagonist, usually working with a professor, is filling out a dex of some sort. Their main mission, or at least one of their main driving forces, is to understand and explain Pokemon. Whereas the antagonist is trying to control Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is the dichotomy.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm gonna say my funny theory now that I'm gonna throw away now. I mean, we don't necessarily have to throw it away, but I'm realizing reading the decks now it doesn't work. But my theory was that Porygon is actually a fucking bootstrap paradox, and that he, like traveled back in space, but then like where he came from got lost, and so he just like started appearing back in the past, but nobody like knew what the fuck this dog is from.
What's this fucking dog? What's this fucking dog? I think that Joe's theory of that Porygon was created to try and have to create basically like out of existential dread of like these scientists trying to understand the world that they live in and reckoning with the fact that there is a god, and so making a thing to try and communicate with that god.
Yeah.
That's a fucking wild ass theory. I just want to say it right now. That's a wild theory.
I'm impressed that there's like, I mean, I know there's Porygon Z, but I'm like very impressed that there's not like a terrifying version of Porygon.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I really like that theory, actually. I don't think we can spend any more time on it, but
no, absolutely not. It definitely fits in with our like, our going creation, with our overarching theories so far.
If Pokemon is about anything, it's about the folly of man.
If I'm being honest, I think Porygon is already in its perfect spot for this theory.
Really?
No, Amy, you don't think that. You just want the empty space to be filled in.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's cooler than that. This is we're also
scientists saying want to play a funny trick on God.
Send it a little ducky.
Send it a little. It's like it's like sending a rubber duck across the ocean to meet Poseidon.
Right.
That's so
I think
we're also pinning the Pokemon are made of light theory on this Porygon. So there's a lot riding on this guy.
No, the Pokemon are made of light is represented by this L, and that's
right.
over here.
That's right. I'm sorry. You're right.
So no, that we're accepting that as canon.
Right.
The theory that we're ranking here right now is if Porygon was created to communicate with God.
Amy, you get to decide where it is left and right based on what you know from Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Also, I want to hear people's ranking in chat if they.
Yeah,
if y'all
have an opinion on where it should be.
If y'all have an opinion, speak up.
Seeing the Porygon 2 bios, reading those, it said like more of like trying to see aliens instead of just going into space.
Well, that is what the Dex would say. Remember that this is
I know the Dex is unreliable.
Yeah.
But I think it was more to test the limits of science itself and not necessarily just to communicate specifically with God.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's where it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, with this placement. Yeah. Right where it is. I think it being on the side that Arceus is makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay. Scribby Squiddle saying sounds very, very real and very, very cool.
That's true, but we already have too much shit in that corner, so.
Yeah, that corner is a fucking mess. I will say I want to put it a little bit higher on cool. I want to put it like there.
I do too.
Yeah.
Where we don't have to put it, but where would we put it for it's a good dog and it's made of love?
Oh,
right in the corner,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Thank you.
And now I have to somehow evacuate it from there.
Oh no!
There we go. Okay. All right, y'all. All right, y'all in chat. Give us a Pokemon.
Tell me a Pokemon.
Tell me a Pokemon.
One that's not on this list already, please.
The rat?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Pikachu Mimikyu section.
Oh,
that is my favorite theory. My favorite theory that we've done.
Yeah, the rat. I loved making the thumbnail for that VOD.
Dream of the rat.
Dream of the rat.
Sunglasses Frog. Did y'all cover Execute already? I need to know about the Egg Boys.
We didn't do Execute.
We haven't done Execute. We haven't done Golurk, and we haven't done Vanilla Ice.
No, we haven't.
So we can do all three of those. We can do all three of those.
I want to do Execute first.
Okay, let's do Execute first.
Execute.
So here's the thing. Do we want to bring up Execute or do we want to bring up Executor?
Execute first.
Okay. Because these eggs will represent these eggs will represent both.
This is tricky.
I already have a theory, but
okay.
Vanilla Ice as a Pokemon. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So one thing that we have to immediately, and I'm going to bring up the decks, but one thing we have to immediately make sure that is clear is that these are seeds, not eggs.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because it turns into a tree, Amy.
It says that in the decks.
It also says that in the decks.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. My theory sucks then.
What was your theory?
It sucks eggs. Tell us the
My
theory. I want to
theory
know.
was that these were like stillborn eggs that turned into ghosts that took over their former huts.
How do you spell execute? It's there's an X in there. That's fucked up.
I mean, it's literally execute.
I mean, I guess.
No, it's not. There's no. It's G's. Oh, it's okay. It's. Oh my god.
Yeah, execute.
Execute.
Execute is a Pokemon name that is bad. They shouldn't have spelled it this way. Sorry, it's not execute. It's execute.
Yes.
Execute.
Yeah.
Execute.
Why did they spell it this way?
I love that all of the faces are different personalities. But they're all mean.
Like yeah. What? I don't. What are seeds but tree eggs?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that ruins.
Also,
the
what
theory.
about the fucking cracked yolk? What about the yolk?
The inside of the seed is yellow. I think it's both. Like, they are seeds, but I think what Amy said is still right, because remember that, like,
this.
Yeah, that's us.
This is us.
Remember that like C-Dot exists, you know? C-Dot is a big seed. So
sure.
Them being seeds and them being roughly, you know, like living eggs are not mutually exclusive. Those can both be true.
So this is also fucked up because it does say egg Pokemon. This is the egg Pokemon. Yeah. But then the first Pokedex entry says, often mistaken for eggs. I wonder why. I wonder why science was like, you know what? This is the egg Pokemon, but it's also not eggs, you idiot. My theory is that scientists are assholes.
Wait. Go down to Diamond and Pearl.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. The 6 eggs converse using telepathy. They can quickly gather if they become separated. So first off, we have to acknowledge that Execute is a psychic type. It's grass psychic. Second off, all of these eggs are separate. These are different Pokemon.
All of Pokemon is made up of a half dozen of them. Because they will gather if they're separated.
They will gather if they're separated.
And when they evolve together. They together make one entity.
I will say that they are not the only Pokemon to do that. A lot of Pokemon evolve together.
Yes.
Which is a very interesting thing, and also, again, all makes sense that Pokemon are made of light.
Made of light, yeah, that actually makes that way smoother.
It really does. It really does. Like I gotta be real. Pokemon being made of light, really just smooths over a lot of weird shit with Pokemon.
Yeah,
it really does. I had a figure of Execute when I was a kid, and that broken one also had a face which was terrifying to me. Oh my gosh!
Oh no, it shouldn't.
Hold on. All right, hold on. All this after. I'm looking this up.
I need you to also look back at the picture and see if every single one is cracked, or are they all perfect?
They're all cracked.
They're all. One of them isn't.
Oh, one of them isn't?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
Oh, is this the one?
Guy.
Is this the
That's
face?
a bad guy.
Those looks like just little baby heads. They don't even look like eggs.
That's a villain.
We've looked everywhere.
We looked everywhere.
Hold on. I need to get this image. Stop it. I need to get the image. Thank you. Here you go.
Ow. Stop. No.
It's a little crown.
No. Body horror.
You could dip a piece of toast in that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, you can do fan art.
Yeah, do fan art. Absolutely.
Maybe not this portion.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, do fan art if you so wish, and yeah, we'll pop it up at the end of the stream. 100%.
We would love that.
We would fucking.
So my theory is right.
Wait, sorry, hold on. Sorry. Sorry.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
That image goes on not so cool absolute horseshit. That's a terrible worm.
It's a bad worm.
I'd buy it.
I would also absolutely buy this. I want this.
Hey, it's us.
I want it. I want this. Give me this. Oh my god. Anyway, also I like this one. This one's actually just cute. Which is
Togepi.
Like Execute and a Togepi hanging out in a nest.
Yeah, that's
adorable.
Yeah, I think there's a Pokemon short where Togepi gets lost, and so it like follows a pack of Execute. It's cute.
Sorry, now I'm just going down the rabbit hole of
okay,
Execute
we need to
figures.
close this.
Yeah,
but
we're out of the decks.
But. Okay, fine.
What?
Wait, sorry, hold on, one more.
Oh my god.
This is the last one, I swear.
That's The Simpsons.
Toe to tip, this one is just like Bart.
It's just like Bart, I swear to God. Anyway. Holy shit. Okay. So
they died and they're living in their husks and in their evolved form is God giving them another chance at life.
I don't know about that.
So
okay,
let's start with the basics. They are tree seeds that I think have the consistency and most properties of regular chicken eggs. I think I'm willing to buy all of that.
Okay, so okay, so first off, let's start with this. What category do execute fall in our creation myth?
Earth.
They're Earth?
They're primal because
they're primal. Okay.
Amy is insistent that they are ghosts.
I disagree with that. We also haven't decided what ghost Pokemon are, by the way.
They're dead.
Have we talked about a single ghost Pokemon?
Yeah, Gengar.
Yeah,
Gengar. But have we talked about where ghost Pokemon come from?
Well, Gengar is the severed shadow of Clefairy.
We know that. Okay, so we'll get to that another time. We'll talk about fucking Banette or something. Okay. So here's something. The shell is very durable. Even if it cracks, it can survive without spilling the contents.
Spilling. So it's just juice in there.
It might. Can we get like some like animations of
Please,
this?
I really can't. I really can't. Oh, okay. That's the best you're gonna get. Oh no.
Okay, but in the pixel art, the inner part doesn't seem to jiggle or move at all.
Yeah, I think it's really sticky in there, and I think that the shell is fragile, but it grows back relatively quickly.
That is not liquid.
It's like nectar. It's like a goo.
It might be wet. It might be wet, but that is not liquid.
Right. But if you spilled that over like on its side, like it would seep out. It wouldn't spill out, but it would seep out.
I think it would fall out.
But didn't they said that it can't come out?
Well, let's keep reading. Have to scroll all the way back up. Here we go. Okay. Pokemon consists of 6 eggs that form a closely knit cluster. The 6 eggs attract each other and spin around. When cracks increasingly appear on the eggs, Execute is close to evolution.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because they toughen up. Like their skin is fragile, but it grows back if they have time to heal. And if they do that enough times, that is what gives them the ability to evolve.
All this laughter is pointing out something interesting. Because Sunglasses Frog asks, do seeds normally contain juice? And all this laughter saying, I think some seeds contain juice, like coconuts.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because they are on palm trees in their evolution.
Yeah, wait a fucking second.
In the new Pokemon Snap game, you see Executor sitting on the beach. How would he get to the beach?
Plus Alolan Executor, which is the original Executor.
That's true.
Which are very clearly just palm trees.
So they're coconuts.
That answers.
But they have. I think it
everything.
Is fair to say that they essentially have the consistency of chicken eggs.
Something like that.
They're coconuts.
Coconuts are way harder though than chicken eggs.
That's what I'm saying. The biological function or lifespan is similar to a coconut. Falls out of a tree and then they group up together just like coconuts do.
I seem to remember, and I have to go check out Executor, but I seem to remember that the heads on Executor can fall off.
That would be the new Execute.
Yeah,
that would be the new batch.
That's what I believe that's true. Legend has it that on rare occasions, one of its heads will drop off and continue on as an Execute.
Wow.
Its 3 heads think independently, however, they are friendly and never appear to squabble. Excellent.
So
it's once they've gotten over it.
living in a good environment makes it grow a lot of heads. A head that drops off becomes an execute. So okay,
when it's baby, it's like
so,
all tough. It's looking for fights, and it's just got a lot of shit it's got to work out. And when it does that, it becomes execute.
So here's the thing, right? So when execute is 6 eggs, when it evolves, it's 3 eggs.
But then it also had
But it can grow more eggs if it's in a good environment.
There's more inside.
I hate
There's
that.
more inside.
I hate
Jupiter.
that. No. I'm disagreeing. I'm disagreeing.
I think the other halves of the eggs just like become the tree part.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I also.
How is that different than what I said?
I also want to think, well, because a fucking tree isn't filled, like a palm tree isn't filled up with coconuts inside. Joe,
as dispenser.
No, absolutely not. I wanna think about the executor. The 3 heads think independently, but what is the body doing? Does it also think independent? I think the body thinks independently. I think the body and the heads are different.
I disagree.
Why?
Because
okay, wait, no, you're right. Each of its 3 heads has its own thoughts. When they want to go in different directions, executor becomes unable to move. So you're right. You're right. You didn't even have to explain why you're right.
Thank God.
Yeah. I love this. Its cries are very noisy. This is because each of the 3 heads thinks about whatever it likes.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, then I think this is kind of a dream Pokemon, actually. And I genuinely believe that it was originally coconuts, and then it ran into a chicken and decided
Come on!
it wanted to look
No!
like that.
Fuck you.
They thought, oh, those look cool.
No.
It's a fruit. It's a fruit like a coconut, but they're not actually coconuts.
No, like these. So here's what I'm thinking, right? So there are, I'm pretty sure, palm trees in Pokemon that are not Pokemon.
Exactly.
Like there are plants who aren't Pokemon, but there are lots of plants that are. And I think that plant Pokemon fill a very similar niche to just regular plants. They are a way for plants to act autonomously. And basically, plant Pokemon exist to ensure that plants can continue on.
Would this be a primal Pokemon then?
Yeah, I think that's what we were saying.
Because I think like
Where did the egg part come from? Why does it look so much like an egg?
I think you're getting way too hung up on it being an egg.
It is called the egg Pokemon.
It's called the egg Pokemon because it looks like an egg, but we call things that aren't the thing that they are all the time.
I think it is a coincidence.
I think it's a coincidence. I think it's just. I think the shell is just like it's like a coconut. The outside is the protective shell that protects the actual nutrients inside that can become a plant. These are seeds. These are not eggs. A chicken did not get involved.
Can you cook it?
I mean,
that's what I want to know. I want to know what you think it tastes like.
There isn't a yolk. You can cook it in the same way that you can cook a coconut.
What does that yellow thing taste like, Jupiter? Answer the question.
It tastes like dirt.
No.
It doesn't taste like an egg yolk. It tastes like fucking seeds. You know how you eat seeds?
It tastes like an egg, or it tastes like fruit juice.
I don't think it tastes like either.
I think this is the most we've ever disagreed on a theory. And
I think so. I also want to talk about the psychic typing. So I don't think type necessarily informs like where in the creation myth it goes, right?
No,
I think it's more because it has a hive mind.
Right. I think because it like real life trees can communicate with each other through their roots. I think it's a very similar phenomenon. That they are able to communicate with each other telepathically, but that telepathy is, it's a product of it being a plant. It is not like, you know. I Sunglasses Frog saying, "I'm sorry to cause such discourse."
That's what we're here for.
This is what we're here for. No, this is like the schism in a church. Like it's like we're interpreting the text wildly.
It's eggs. It's fruit.
It's seeds. Here's my theory. I'm going to solidify my theory, and you are welcome to disagree with it, but this is my theory. My theory is that executes are just here to have a good time. They are not complicated. They are just like they are just vibing because like really like where in their natural habitats on beaches, they don't really have a lot of like natural predators necessarily. It does say crabrawler is a natural predator, which makes sense that like some Pokemon will want to eat them, and it makes sense for a big crab to do so.
To be able to crack a coconut.
Exactly.
Okay.
But that execute are not complicated, that they are just like they are truly just vibing.
Can I make a theory based off your theory then? A new one.
Please.
Executor didn't have legs originally, and then they saw everybody else having fun, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do
that." How quickly does something like that happen?
Magic.
It's a primal Pokemon, so I imagine over a generation or two.
Okay. All right.
I mean, look how short it got when it went to a different country.
Right. Yeah, but like that's also the thing that we have to keep in mind is that like I think that like it probably that most of the time like the legs are like its roots, and that it will root itself into the ground when it needs to get nutrients.
Yeah.
But can walk around and move if it wants to.
I was gonna say, like, this being a primal Pokemon, basically my idea is that they're like trees exist in the world, and sometimes even without human intervention, ecosystems shift and the boundaries of those trees change.
Yeah.
And I think that Execute basically exists to help reshape and move the forest into new directions. If it's basically a mobile palm tree, it can promote that type of ecosystem to grow in a new direction.
Exactly. And the reason why Execute move around and are a separate Pokemon is because they are just like, it's like how certain trees will drop like acorns and stuff to be eaten so that when those animals poop somewhere else, that tree can grow. It's sort of similar to that, that the Execute drop from the Executor and then gather up because they need 6 of them to form a new Executor.
Mm-hmm.
And they gather up and then go and find a place where they can plant their roots and evolve. And also I think that, like the process of like it can take, well, like what's the level difference between an Execute and an Executor? It evolves with a leaf stone. So yeah, I think that like that is implying to me that executes evolve into executor by choice, and execute is a chosen family. Exactly.
So true.
That's so like,
so
and that's
true.
like the reason why they don't squabble is because they are communicating and know which eggs will be compatible with them. I like this. I like it a lot, actually. Do we can we agree on this basic theory?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Where does it go?
I think we've gotten there.
I think it's probably on the side of canon, but it's not that cool.
No, it's not that cool. In fact, I think it'd be perfect in between, in that little space down in the left a little bit more. Yeah, a little more to the left.
Like here?
A little more down in
The
the
blank
right.
area, Jupiter.
What are you talking about? Blank area? It's all blank area.
There we go. A little tiny bit, a little bit lower.
You're being so minute for no reason.
Just the place that feels the most balanced.
Oh my god. Okay. What does chat think? What do y'all think about this placement? Good spot.
Frogs is good spot.
All right.
Well, it was Frog's Pokemon, so I say we leave it there.
Yeah, that's good. So next was Golurk.
Yeah, next was Golurk.
Golurk is Gen 5. It's a like Golem-esque Pokemon. I believe it's man-made. Golurk. Yeah. Because which one is Golurk? Is the little one Golurk? I'm looking it up.
I think little one is Golett.
We're finding it out.
Yeah. While you're looking this up, I wanted to mention that it always
Golurk
bothered
is the big one. Golett, you were right. Golett is the little one.
It always bothered me that there's no light type of Pokemon. Like there's dark but no light, and now I know why.
Yeah, because they're all light. Yeah, that's great. All right, Golurk. All right, I got Golurk. Let's go look at the decks for Golurk. First off, I just want to say, Golurk is a great design.
Yeah.
I love this. Ground Ghost, fucking great.
Yeah.
We can also I'm probably gonna go ahead and say that that Golurk we can probably pull very much from the Jewish golem myth, because it very much seems like it is pulling from very similar lenses, although with less cultural importance, I think.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna pull up Golett so that we have that in. Let's look at Golett first. This is just an adorable little Pokemon. Oh my god, the Japanese name is Gobet. Extremely good. Oh right, Golurk can fly. Oh, that's something that we need to keep in mind.
It's this guy, so he can like turn into a fucking spaceship, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So, the energy that burns inside it enables it to move, but no one is able to identify this energy. Okay, so that's something we got to do. Ancient science fashioned this Pokemon from clay. It has been active for thousands of years. Oh shit. The movements are powered by a mysterious energy. It has continued to move since ancient times, so its power may soon run out. Based on what, by the way? They were sculpted from clay in ancient times. No one knows why, but some of them are driven to continually line up boulders. Oh, okay.
I wonder if that's based off of the fucking Stonehenge.
Received orders from its master many thousands of years ago, and it still follows his orders to this day. So, citing my reference here, I am pulling my knowledge on the Golem story from Jacob Geller's excellent video on the Golem. If you want to look that up, that's a great fucking video. But And I don't want to lean too hard on the original story because it's obviously like, you know, like the impact of the original story is something that would be very disingenuous to try and create some analogous version of it for the Pokemon universe. I think that would be kind of messed up. But the basic idea is that, and I can't remember what city it was, but the basic idea is that in a couple hundred years ago, there was a Jewish rabbi. I guess I don't need to say Jewish rabbi. Rabbi implies Jewish, you know? But anyway. Yeah. There was a rabbi who, this was at a time where the Jewish people were, at least in the story, I believe in the actual time period of history, this wasn't actually true, but it is certainly a prevalent thing that even unfortunately continues to this day, of the absolute garbage myth that Jewish people were killing and eating Christian kids. It's fucking disgusting. That shit is bullshit, and unfortunately that fucking garbage still is extremely prevalent in quite a lot of conspiracy theory today. Anyway, so this rabbi created the golem to protect the Jewish area of town, and also to investigate the actual murders that were happening to find the actual culprits. So the golem was like originally like kind of a detective, and figured out like basically like there were all these crimes happening that were being blamed on the Jews. And then the golem was, like, figured out, oh, no, actually, it wasn't the Jews. Here's the actual victim. And so, like, anti-Semites were like, why aren't our accusations working? Let's commit violence. And then the golem fought them off. So that is the basic understanding of the story. And the golem is very culturally important. And that is something that is clearly being referenced here, but again, we're not gonna try and create an analogy here. But you know,
I had to stick around because I didn't know the golem myth, so thank you for educating me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, looking at Golem or Golurk rather, I can't help in my mind but connect it to Unknown. I feel like they were relevant at a similar time in Pokemon human history.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say now. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Me and Amy will hold it down for now. Okay.
Dog.
Dog?
Is a dog.
You think it's a dog?
No. I'm most interested in the stacking boulders thing.
Yes, I think there's something to that of like it might be creating some kind of infrastructure, like building walls, or something like that. Like it's like maybe it was originally meant to be like something to assist with construction.
Mm-hmm. In the Pokesnap game, in the Pokesnap remake, Golurk like is asleep in front of like this tomb, and like once you do like a special thing and like you turn all these flower lights on, it wakes up and it moves away from the door, and the door opens up and you get to fucking see the fucking a horse from Pokemon Y.
Oh shit. Oh right. Yeah, that motherfucker. Cool. Okay, so Golurk. It flies across the sky at Mach speeds, reminding me a lot of the Iron Giant, actually.
Yeah.
Removing the seal on his chest makes the internal energy go out of control. Interesting. Said Golurk was ordered to protect people in Pokemon by the ancient people who made them. Wow, I think it really is just... They really did just take the Golem myth and were like, yeah, we'll make that a Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't really want to touch that much more on this Pokemon just because I don't want to, be, like, insensitive about it at all. Because, like, they literally just, like, ripped off.
They really did. And I think that, like, I don't know, it's kind of fucking weird to like, basically be creating this, like, ancient civilization that is analogous to Jewish people that doesn't exist anymore. That's very weird.
Yeah.
I think that's weird. Ooh, okay. I think that the theory that we're gonna go with, we're just gonna call it very simply, that Golurk was... you know what? I'm gonna put Golurk at canon and right in the middle of cool and not cool. Because I don't know if there's a theory that we can create that isn't just what the Pokedex say. That it was created to help with construction and defense of an ancient civilization. I want to take all analogies to the real-life Jewish people out of it. And we're just going to say, like, if we swap it out for, like, the Aztecs, right? Just, like, for a second, right? Like, something closer to that, even though the Aztecs were also wiped out. Fuck, history is bad. History sucks, actually. Anyway, yeah. I think no, all is laughter. You are totally fine. You are totally fine. You do not need to apologize.
No, this is Pokemon. Pokemon should not have made a Pokemon based off of real cultural, like, stories.
Or rather, if they were going to, I feel like, and again, none of us are Jewish, so like we can't really like 100% comment on it, but like if they were going to, and I think that like it can be totally okay to reference the Golem story, and like tons of video games do it, but I feel like they maybe should have done it a little bit differently is all. So
I'm stuck on the one Dex entry that said it was following its program to this day, even though it was made thousands of years ago. And I'm just like, what could the programming have been? Like, what could it still be trying to do? And the only thing I can think of that's vague enough that it could still be working on it is be chill, dude.
I think it might be trying. I think it might be trying to build a city. I think that's what it's trying to do.
Oh, it's lining up boulders, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it's trying to do. It's just trying to build a city. But, like, I don't think that it knows how to make the materials of, like... I don't think it knows how to make bricks. So it's just, like, doing what it can. But I think that placement is good for it. I also want to say, I don't think that Golurk is a bad Pokemon.
No, good, very good guy.
I like Golurk a lot, and I also don't want to say that Game Freak is 100% being insensitive here. I just think it's a little weird, and that maybe for this format, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, with that out of the way, cool. What was the other one? Vanilla Ice?
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Let's
Yo, Vanilla.
Yo, Vanilla. I think I passed it.
The fact that there's not different flavors of Vanilla Ice is disgusting.
Well, that's something we're gonna have to touch on for sure.
You want straw ice.
Mm-hmm. I want Metropolitan.
Ice. Here it is.
Neapolitan?
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Okay. Vanilla Ice, where'd you go? There you are. Bruxish, get back in your place. Okay. I forget, what was our theory on Bruxish?
Oh, Bruxish was
that it kills.
Bruxish was okay. So Binacle is the dream impulse, like basically created out of a reaction to an in-universe Junji Ito comic.
Yes.
Bruxish was kind of the same process, but it was a reaction to a creepypasta based off of a children's show, and it's much worse.
Oh, right. Yeah, I do like that. I do like it. Its placement is correct, but I do like that. Okay. To the next. A lot of people made fun of Vanillish when it came out. But actually, sorry. I've been saying Vanilla Ice. Sorry, Vanilla Ice is not the name. It's Vanillite. It's Vanillite, Vanillish, and Vanillux. Vanilla Ice is not it. It's because it's an ice type.
How are there 3 of these motherfuckers? Like, there are so many Pokemon where I'm like, man, I wish there was another evolution of this. But it's just a cone, a bigger cone.
See, now you're getting into the criticisms of this Pokemon when it came out. But I'm the Vanillite defender. I'm the Vanillite defender. I love Vanillite. Holy shit!
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
What? Hello?
Holy shit!
Uh-oh, I'm bald!
Oh my god!
I like that Pansear and Pansage are embarrassed.
Yeah, they're like, we didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry.
I forgot about those monkeys.
Shit.
I like those monkeys.
Yeah, those monkeys are fun, guys.
Oh my god. So wait, if we're supposed to be taking this as canon, this perfect image, the head is covered with something. And then the raw form is this little ice friend.
Which is cute.
I like him.
Okay, then my theory before reading is that he wanted to look more appealing to children because kids kept on running away from him. Maybe he looked like stalactites or something.
I will say, I do actually like that theory. I actually do really like it. Also, I am noticing that you are calling every single Pokemon a he.
It's a dog thing.
It's a dog thing. It really is. It's a dog thing.
And they're all dogs.
They're all dogs. All Pokemon are dogs. The ice cream is the skin. The bald version is the skeleton.
No!
But it's a skeleton that can live without
Yeah.
any problems. There's a skeleton inside all of us.
Hold on! When the morning sun hit an icicle, it wished not to melt, and thus Vanillite was born. At night, it buries itself in the snow to sleep.
Hell yes!
You can't even make a theory now. They already gave us one.
Hey, Amy, you called it immediately.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Does this mean that we have to drag Arceus to the left at all? Because, like...
Yeah, because this makes Dream Pokemon real.
It really does. Why are we correct about everything? Why are we correct about everything? Arceus needs to go, like, here now.
Oh, no.
I want to do Cubone.
You want to do Cubone next? We can do Cubone next.
What is our theory? Okay, what is our theory on this guy?
Our theory is that it looks more like an ice cream cone now because it wants to look more appealing to kids.
So it came into existence by wishing not to melt. The icicle or the melting ice wished not to die, essentially. And then it became of ice cream form because it was curious about humans and wanted to befriend playing children.
So, okay, so let's check out Vanillish. Let's check out the Vanillish Pokedex entries. Also, it does say that Vanillite can cause snow to happen around it.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Cutie.
Yes, Vanillish is very... Another bald. We got another bald one.
Naked.
This is just canon. They become bald. That's That's the reason why they are cones. They're cones because they're an icicle.
They're icicles, yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why are we so good at Pokemon? All this laughter saying, yo, you are the true keepers of Pokemon knowledge. And we are!
Yeah.
Okay. Snowy Mountains are this Pokemon habitat. During an ancient ice age, they moved to southern areas. I have to imagine that's when they were icicles. I don't think they chose to look like ice cream at that point.
Yeah.
No. It's only until they met humans.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there's often the connotation that southern areas means warm because we're in the northern hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where that's south from. What does that mean? During an ancient ice age, they moved to warmer places?
Wait,
yeah. Oh, I see. So they moved to a warmer place like during the ice age, and they stayed there, and the planet warmed back up.
Okay.
And, well, okay. I don't know about any of that. That's all
Interesting.
weird.
But I will say, Ultra Sun, it sprays its enemies with grains of ice to freeze them. Most Vanillish and Alola are smaller than average.
Oh.
So, okay. Alright. So, here's my theory so far. Also, after saying I would love to see the Pokedex based off of these theories. Me too, honestly. Wait a second, hold on. It blasts enemies with cold air reaching negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit, freezing them solid. But it spares their lives afterwards. It's a kind Pokemon.
That is so funny.
Oh my god. Okay. So my theory, and we still have to check out Vanillux, but my theory is that these were icicle Pokemon that were originally supposed to help, it's a primal Pokemon. It was originally an icicle Pokemon, and we'll probably find with a lot of ice Pokemon that Pokemon of specific regions. I think that what Pokemon are designed to do, what they're supposed to do, is protect their environment. Literally, just keep the environment going. Environmentalism is a very strong theme in Pokemon. Right. But during an ice age, they moved to southern areas because the whole planet was cold.
Right.
And then it warmed back up, and suddenly they were more struggling for survival, and they eventually became when humans and ice cream became prevalent and popular, they saw that and decided to mimic it to fill a different niche.
Right, exactly. Because it's said that they're very popular in hot areas. So they're basically used as AC in
Yes, they are
climates.
AC units. Yes. Vanillux, swallowing large amounts of water that makes snow clouds inside their body and attack foes with violent blizzards. If both heads get angry simultaneously, this Pokemon expels a blizzard, expelling everything and burying everything in snow. Let's see. Each of its two heads has a brain.
Oh no.
Oh,
and when they are in agreement.
Ultramoon.
Oh my god. If it loses one of its heads, it can live relatively problem-free.
I don't believe that. I think by brain it means thought center. It
yeah,
does
but
not
look,
have
read
a brain.
Ultramoon. It says it's born with just two Vanillish melt together.
Half melted by the day's light. So, okay. So when a head falls off, it just becomes a Vanillish.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is another Pokemon that can de-evolve.
Yes, this Pokemon can de-evolve. Okay. So this is the theory. Also, sorry, we need to also check out the bald version. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is extremely important.
Yeah, that's cute as hell.
It's adorable. So basically, what this is saying is that, or what the theory here is that these were originally icicle Pokemon. They migrated down during an ice age and then got stranded. Then humans came along and then started to basically keep Vanillish as AC units, with Vanillux being more powerful AC units.
Yeah, I think that like Vanillish's whole like motivation was just that they were curious, like they liked humans from a distance, and they learned how to make the snow look like ice cream in order to make them more appealing and less scary.
I think the bald version is what they looked like before. Also, I want to say I think Vanillux
before contact with humans.
Yes, I think Vanillux only existed post-human contact.
I think so too. Because they saw the ice cream and they were like, "Oh, we can do 2 of them."
Yeah, they were literally just like fuck around and find out, and then stuck themselves together.
I think Vanillux still existed before humans, except they didn't add the straw.
Okay,
I could maybe see that. Yeah, but yeah, basically that the Vanillish line are just curious little guys who, after being stranded in warmer climates, decided to partner up with humans to create a mutually beneficial relationship. The Vanillish produce AC. The humans take care of them and make sure they don't melt.
Right.
So, yeah, that works for me. Where does it go? Where's this little friend go?
It's not that cool of a theory.
It's not that cool, but it is pretty canon, but not 100% canon. Like I could see it going there.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
What do you think? What do you think in chat? Myrna, I believe this Pokemon was yours. Cause, I mean, I just think, basically what we're getting at here is that the Vanillish line, not that cool. It's an ice Pokemon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I had an immense amount of restraint, and I appreciate you for dunking that for me.
This is good. Great. Okay. So, but yeah, this like. The Vanillish line are just little guys who are just who are like, do have like, you know, like a very real threat to their survival, which is the heat, but mostly keep cool heads.
Whoa! They're so fucking cute.
They are extremely cute. I do love the Vanillish line. I think they're great. Okay. Amy, you wanted to talk about Cubone?
Yeah, but we don't have to. I still want to give other chatters a chance to name a Pokemon.
Okay.
Well, let's do Cubone.
Let's do
you
Cubone.
In chat haven't had a chance yet, throw a Pokemon in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Also,
I thought of Cubone because at one point you mentioned skeleton, and I was like, why isn't there a skeleton Pokemon? And then I remembered Cubone. But we already know that...
Have I never seen Gigantamax...
Mega Kingler?
I've never seen Gigantamax Kingler? Hold on.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
I've never seen it either. I'm glad there's not a tooth Pokemon.
As far as we know.
Yeah. Of course, I'm immediately trying to think of, like...
I like this guy. King Crab.
Oh, his cloud beard? Oh my god, that's Poseidon.
He's cute.
Yeah, holy shit. I like this. I like this a lot, actually.
Yeah. He's a devious little scamp.
I eat him for dinner.
Uh-oh.
Yummy.
Oh, here's a Minecraft one.
Whoa.
That's very cool. Okay. So, Cubone. Okay, so here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. That's Ariel's dad. Here's the deal. I need to go to the bathroom now. So I'm going to pull up the decks for Cubone, and then I'm going to let y'all get started.
Okay.
All right.
So we already know that Cubone is mommy died, and Cubone is the fucking... What's the dog?
Marowak.
Yeah, no, you're talking about Kangaskhan.
Yeah, so Cubone is the baby.
Yeah, I think that theory is under heavy dispute, but I fully agree with it. Anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do you think that's every Cubone is a Kangaskhan baby that got out and then...
Yeah, I think that either you become a Kangaskhan or you become a Cubone if your mommy dies.
Oh.
How
often is that happening?
The bone is the mommy's skull.
Yeah. But so our Kangas... Then that means that Kangaskhan are like routinely killed.
Or they just become, Kangaskhan. So it's like, there's plenty of Kangaskhan, and the rare occurrence is that the mommy dies first, then they become a Cubone.
Okay, so Cubone are either Kangaskhan are murdered en masse, or Cubone are extremely rare.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with the latter. Cubone are rare. And they have the skull of their mom. So it's definitely a bio Pokemon. Because Kangaskhan is a bio Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to figure out how Marowak fits in, because when it becomes Marowak, I guess it's outgrown the skull, right? It doesn't become as big as a Kangaskhan.
Well, no, the skull fuses with its head.
Oh, that's right. But where does the bone come from?
What do you mean? Oh, the bone it was holding?
Yeah.
That's also its mom.
Okay, Cubone uses the corpse of its mom as weapon and armor.
Yeah.
And then when it becomes Marowak, it
fuses
grows into the helmet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, catch me up.
So no, they're not born with the skull part, because it says that it lost its mother after birth.
Yeah.
So, okay, catch me up to what you've been talking about.
Basically, we're just kind of going over the main theory between Kangaskhan and Cubone, and like how it, you either become a Kangaskhan.
If Kangaskhan is killed prematurely, its baby will use the corpse of its mom as a defense mechanism, and then will grow into that, and that's what becomes Marowak, because it like fuses with the skull. If the baby, like, otherwise the baby will grow up and become a Kangaskhan in its own right. But the Cubone, what we've decided is that this happens very rarely, and Cubone are exceptionally rare, even though that might not be the case in the games.
Well, they're not.
It is called
they are pretty rare. I am just gonna say that right now. I'm pretty sure Kangaskhan is. I'm pretty sure that Kangaskhan is called Kangaskhan because of Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I know that as well. Like, we're not. This isn't a Kangaskhan theory. It's just the fact that like the baby's shape in the belly pouch is so similar.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that theory. I do. But I will also say, Cubone is pretty fucking rare. There's not that many of them. In pretty much every game, they only show up in one location. And in a lot of games, they can only be traded up. they are rare. These are rare Pokemon.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because it just always struck me like, you know, there's that episode about Cubone and Marowak, and there's the section of the game about Cubone and Marowak. It's just like a weird one-off thing that gets its own dex entry because it's unique enough. It's not a Kangaskhan baby wearing its skull. It is its own Pokemon. It is a Cubone.
Can we look at the evolution?
Yeah, we can look at Marowak. We can look at Marowak for sure. Yeah, Cubone is an interesting case because how often does this happen?
Not often at all.
Yeah. And there's Alolan Marowak.
Yeah, which looks super dope.
Yeah, Alolan Marowak is sick. Okay. Any funny pictures? Not really. Okay. The bone it holds is its key weapon. It throws the bone skillfully like a boomerang to KO targets. Let's see. Originally a small and weak Pokemon, it became rough and aggressive when it began using bones as weapons.
Yeah.
It collects bones from an unknown place. A
Maybe
Marowak graveyard exists somewhere in the world, rumors say.
Okay. Well, I was going to say a Kangaskhan graveyard. Like, maybe they will go to a specific place to die.
I think that is something that, like, you know how, like, when turtles are born, they are, you know, they have something in their eternal programming that tells them to go into the ocean.
Yeah.
That there is something in the internal programming of the Kangaskhan babies that if they are on their own, they're supposed to go somewhere.
Right, and I think that same line of code exists in Kangaskhan adults that like never had children or that are sick or whatever. They go there. It's an elephant graveyard, which is also a thing that exists. Like,
it's also a thing that
elephants
exists,
go to a specific place to die.
Yeah.
And so any abandoned babies can go there and use the armor and weapons available, which is
right.
That makes sense because it's not like, you know.
Yeah, because if a Kangaskhan dies, it's not like it instantly becomes a skeleton.
Right.
Exactly,
So it's not using its mom's, but I mean, like, the Kangaskhan itself is a very like maternal Pokemon, so it's like it's not using its mom's parts necessarily, but it's using
any mom,
right?
Yeah, I agree.
So what we're saying is that Cubone is a separate evolution line from Kangaskhan that happens basically if it gets separated from its mother for any reason.
Yeah.
Can we also look at the dex for Kangaskhan?
Yeah, we can. I also want to just say that if we're talking about where like Kangaskhan, Cubones, where in that eternal programming they go, I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to find if there is like some sort of like unifying thing. Two of them are caves, so that's something. And I don't really know if there is like another like unifying factor here. I mean, the Volcano Park is a mountainous area, and then Route 203 is right next to a cave.
Yeah.
So,
I'm essentially imagining the elephant graveyard from Lion King, like that scene. Yeah. It's just a kind of barren, stony, desolate place.
Yeah, and there's not just one. I think it's all over the world, just based on what location they're at.
Yeah, I think each region that you can find Kangaskhan you can find a Kangaskhan graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna duplicate this tab because I want to have all three open. How do you? There's Kangaskhan. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if we're looking at like similarities here, right? Let's see. We can just go off of this image. Like, they do look different. They do look similar, but they look different. I want to point out the Mega Kangaskhan baby is different, right? The baby is what's being Mega evolved there.
Which is not normal.
That's not normal. But like.
But also keep in mind that skeletons look a lot different than, fully fleshed out animals. Like, look at dinosaurs.
Well, no, sure, but I'm just looking at the babies. I'm comparing the baby to Cubone.
Honestly, the Cubone looks a lot more like a Charmander, but
it kind of does. But there are similarities. There are definitely similarities.
I think that maybe. Okay, hear me out. You know how sometimes.
Oh, but here we go. Here's the perfect image of baby Kangaskhan.
You know how sometimes in the original Pokemon
this
games,
image is called Good Baby Kanga.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, Amy, finish your sentence.
Okay, so in the old Pokemon games, there's a generic sprite for Pokemon that kind of looks like Cubone without a helmet.
Yeah.
I think that Cubone itself can be any Pokemon, but they will always find a Kangaskhan skull because they're so maternal, and they will become Cubone.
Okay, so
not necessarily any Pokemon, but a group of similar mammalian Pokemon. We'll go to this graveyard. We'll go to a graveyard.
So it's not just for abandoned Kangaskhan, but it's for abandoned standing up Pokemon, basically.
Yeah.
Babies. Abandoned baby Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm also I'm comparing the routes where just for just so we know, I'm comparing the routes where Kangaskhan show up and where Cubone show up. To see what the overlap is. I'm expecting it to be different, but I'm curious about the overlap. So they both show up in the Safari Zone in the original, but Cubone only shows up in Pokemon Tower in the first games, and then in Yellow shows up in the Safari Zone as well. In Gen 2, they both show up in Rock Tunnel. In Gen 3, they're trade Pokemon. In Gen 4, they don't appear in the same area. They do appear in the same Pal Park area, but that barely counts. Let's see. Hold on, but they do also show up in Glittering Cave and Wella Volcano Park. So there's actually a lot of crossover between where Kangaskhan show up and where Cubone show up.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
So maybe it's majority Kangaskhan's, but I think other Pokemon could do it.
I think that all of the skulls and bones that go to Cubones come from Kangaskhan.
No,
yes.
I am willing to die on the hill. Actually, I know I was questioning it, but I'm willing to die on the hill with the route information that Cubone and the Kangaskhan baby are the same. It's not any Pokemon. I think it is specifically the Kangaskhan baby.
I am inclined to agree.
Because it makes 100% of sense for if the Kangaskhan mother dies prematurely, for the baby to go to one of the routes where Kangaskhan show up. And the overlap is really
significant
close.
Enough. Yeah.
It's extremely significant.
I also want to say it might make sense that a baby Kangaskhan being fed by its mother might have a different diet than a baby Pokemon on its own, and that could explain the difference in coloration.
Also, in the pouch, it isn't going to get a lot of exposure to the sun, so that will also affect it. So I think I'm willing to die on this hill. So, in which case, let's look at Kangaskhan's information real quick. Protect its young. It will never give up in battle, no matter how badly wounded it is. The infant rarely ventures out of its mother's protective pouch until it is 3 years old. Let's see.
Basically, everything is saying that it's a mommy and it protects its baby.
It's a mom. It's a mommy.
It's a mommy.
Yeah. Yeah. There are records.
Its child has grown rapidly.
There's evidence of a lost human child being raised by a childless Kangaskhan.
That's a fucking clickbait article.
That is a clickbait article. Okay, so basically, if I am, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab Kangaskhan as well because I think the theories are too linked to not involve, to not bring up. Where there.
Right there.
So Kangaskhan and Cubone.
The Kangaskhan, basically, the baby either grows up into another Kangaskhan or essentially evolves into Cubone.
Aren't Kangaskhan poached in the anime? Hold on.
That's true. The episode with the gun that got removed.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so
like Kangaskhan hunting does happen.
So okay. So the main reason why Kangaskhan die is because of poaching. Yeah. And then the baby escapes and becomes Cubone.
Right.
Fuck.
I mean, this also like absolutely fits in with like the theming of Cubone and Marowak being tied to the idea of revenge.
Yeah, 100%. So basically, to solidify the theory here, Cubone are the Kangaskhan baby.
Mm-hmm.
Kangaskhan are hunted, and they can die other ways, and that these there are places in the world that are Kangaskhan graveyards where Cubone, the baby Kangaskhan, will go after the Kangaskhan has died to collect bones to continue its survival. Yeah. And when Cubone becomes battle hardened, it evolves into Marowak, which basically diverts what would normally be a Kangaskhan evolution.
Right.
Or rather, I mean, because Kangaskhan don't have a baby form. They don't evolve. So, like, just growth, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is the theory. Where does it go?
What? I want to know what we would do. How would you react if you're playing a Pokemon game and you walk into an area and it says Kangaskhan Graveyard at this point? What do you do?
I mean, it's not impossible.
I know, like, it could totally happen is the thing.
Yeah.
I think it should be in the top left, probably in one of the empty spaces.
I think
it's not that cool because...
It's not that cool. I also want to say it's not that cool because we are really just expanding on an already popular theory.
Yeah, I think it goes like right there, just to the left of Voltorb, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah.
All right, let's do Potato next.
All right, let's pull from chat. Give us some poke of mans.
Yeah, even if you've already given us one, because nobody else is speaking up. So it's your time. It's your time to shine. Give us another.
Time to shine. Give us a Pokemon. Want to know about Trubbish?
It's time.
It's time for Trubbish. I think
it's time to take out the Trubbish.
It's time to take out the Trubbish. Yeah, absolutely. Mareep. That's also a good one. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh my god, the gigantic form is so scary.
Oh,
it is.
Yeah.
Trubbish is fucking adorable, I will add.
Yes. Yeah, Trubbish is a good guy.
Trubbish is
Can
a
we
good
look at
little
the
guy.
gigantic form in a big picture
Yeah.
just to be scared?
In the new Pokemon Snap game, you can like eventually take pictures at the camp, and there's a Trubbish. Oh God. You know, this is from the game that's about pollution, so that makes sense. No,
that is not the image
not
that
Mega.
I clicked. Thanks.
Oh my god, it has a boat.
Yeah. So the thing is here is that when it Gigantamaxes, it also Gigantamaxes a bunch of toys that were thrown in the trash, I guess.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Because there's also you can see like what appears to be a building in the background, but it's made of Lego.
Lego. That's a good point. So maybe this definitely has to do with kids in some way.
Maybe.
Well, okay. I want to finish my point about Pokemon Snap. Trubbish is in there, and if you throw like an apple at him, he like burps, and a little purple cloud comes out, and it's very good.
Oh, good.
Also, we mentioned Trubbish in the past when we were establishing like the concept of dream energy.
Uh-huh.
Trubbish is basically garbage that dreamed to be alive, or something to that effect. That's where I want to start us.
Trubbish is the Isle of Misfit Toys. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, essentially.
Let's take it to the next.
Oh, what the hell? Hello?
Glowing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like rocket propulsion.
No, that would be great, though. Oh, look, it's smiling. Happy.
Is that an egg? Is that an egg on its arm?
No.
No.
Okay. It's like a little fried egg.
Yeah. Cool theory, though. Okay. Inhaling the gas they belch will make you sleep for a week. They prefer unsanitary spaces.
These boys are dirty.
Wanting more garbage, they follow people who litter. They always belch poison gas.
So Omega Ruby and White say the same thing, that literally they were made because of waste.
Yes, the combination of garbage bags and industrial waste caused the chemical reaction that created this Pokemon. So very similar to Grimer. So it's actually a man-made Pokemon.
But I think that Grimer is more of a bio thing. I think that, or like directly man-made. I think that Trubbish is actually a primal Pokemon in much the same way that Corsola exists to clean the ocean.
Oh.
I think, but the natural thing that Trubbish exists in relation to is human beings, is civilization. So it hasn't been around for too long.
I think.
So it's kind of like Snorlax, where its job is to eat all the litter.
Oh, that was Snorlax's job, wasn't it?
I think that maybe what's happening here is that, you're right. They were very much created by like the dream energy to eat trash, but also that they were also that part of their purpose is to specifically, like the bacteria that are evolving to eat plastic. Yeah. But also they exist to also just mark who is being who is a litterer and who
You're
is
stinky. You're stinky.
I just thought of something.
What's up?
But Munchlax and Trubbish have very similar looking eyes.
Okay, so let's look at this.
I think
let's look at this.
Well, let's look at this. As you're looking it up, a key distinction between Snorlax and Trubbish is that Snorlax or Munchlax goes around eating food, including spoiled food, whereas Trubbish collects discarded things, things that are trash.
Well, Munchlax and Snorlax, it says it will eat anything.
Yes, but it says specifically in the Snorlax line, like even moldy food, like shit like that. I think it's more focused on food, whereas Trubbish is like, if we look at that Mega Evolution, is toys that have been thrown away. It's things that people don't want anymore.
It specifies anything that looks edible for Munchlax.
I still think I'm in my theory. I think they're related somehow, and that Trubbish is some sort of like corrupted human, corrupted version.
Maybe they were created by the like basically created by the same force or something.
Yeah,
that like
that's
they
what I'm
serve,
saying. Like
they
Snorlax
serve a
has
very
been around.
They serve a very similar ecological function, which is to get rid of waste.
Snorlax has been around for at least as long as, actually, I think we said longer than human beings. They've been around just cleaning up the ground of any like apples that fall and shit like that. Yeah. They've been around, but when we moved into having cities and trash dumps, that's when Trubbish came into being. But it was the same impulse.
Yeah,
that created
both. But also, I feel like Trubbish has more like goblin energy in that they're not just like, because Munchlax and Snorlax, they're just minding their own business, you know, cleaning up the world. But Trubbish specifically is to be the proof that someone is like causing littering or pollution or something like that. That they are creating, like when somebody is creating much more waste than they need to be, the Trubbish is the proof of that.
Yeah.
Which I think is very interesting. I also want to point out, poisonous gas leaks out whenever it breathes. Muck that catches a whiff of that stench will come drooling. Its favorite places are unsanitary ones. If you leave trash lying around, you could even find one of these Pokemon living in your room.
Yep. So that proves your theory, Jupiter.
Yeah. Let's check out Garbodor really quick. Let's see. Whoa. Clenches opponents with its left arm and finishes them off with foul-smelling poison gas from its mouth.
Oh, why does it mention the left arm? Does the left arm look different or something?
Oh yeah, the left arm is the only one that has a hand.
Huh.
Well, wait, no, sorry.
Yeah, that would be its right arm.
The left arm is like a tentacle.
Yeah.
Interesting. Consuming garbage makes new kinds of poison gases and liquids inside their body.
Pee.
New kinds?
New kinds. Beware poisonous liquid it shoots from its right arm. If even a little gets on you, you'll experience the effects of an unidentified toxin.
Oh my god.
Some say the reason Garbodor and Alola are a little stronger than their counterparts elsewhere is the presence of Muck, their natural enemy.
Oh, so Muck are their enemies?
Yeah.
Why?
That's curious.
The toxic liquid it launches from its right arm is so virulent it can kill a weakened creature instantly.
Jesus.
Okay,
I think that they're probably enemies because they are after the same food. Maybe.
I think that the Garbodor thinks Muck is food.
Yeah, I think we also need to look at Muck. I think in order to understand this better, we need to look at Muck and Grimer. I think that is kind of a requirement here.
Yeah, yeah.
Grimer.
Before we look into the decks, what's your instinct on how Grimer and Muck came to be? They exist in sewers and drain pipes and shit.
Yeah.
I think it's human made too.
They don't muck around.
It's human made, but is it human made intentionally or is it like
unintentionally?
Unintentionally.
This was Pokemon's Weezing. This is Weezing and Grimer were Pokemon's first stand against environmental impacts.
I think Gen 1. You know what I think? I think that Grimer and Trubbish, because we talked about the star-headed Jirachi. We talked about Jirachi as being a sort of neutral wish force that just channels wish energy from Arceus to whatever feels most powerful at the time. So Jirachi is the vessel that allows like stuff like oceans and forests to create Pokemon. But I think that it can also, like, it's not necessarily for good. Again, it's neutral.
Yeah.
And I think that shit like, you know, like that human waste also channeled Jirachi's energy as a powerful force and created these. So Grimer and Trubbish are not forces for good. They are trying to accelerate waste.
I think that Trubbish is. I think that Trubbish is more benevolent than Grimer.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't think they're necessarily trying to accelerate. I think they're just created because of humans and not just trying to survive.
How can you explain Garbodor, who literally creates new kinds of poison gases?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think...
Like, Garbodor is an accelerant.
Well, okay. I think that Trubbish was created and was more benevolent. I think that after getting so much trash and becoming Garbodor, as we see in a lot of the Pokemon, as they evolve, they become more angry and more violent and typically more powerful.
I think I'm still sticking by my guns that, and we'll find out when we read more about Grimer and Muck, but I'm sticking by my guns that, you know, even if Trubbish and Grimer are more passive and can be seen as less harmful, that ultimately they are working towards the same goal, which is create more trash, create more waste, create more...
But Trubbish is picking
slime.
Garbage up.
Yeah.
But also belching out, like, but like, it, with Trubbish, it doesn't, like, I think that, like, you know, and apologies for the sort of heavy-handed metaphor here, but I think that, like, we might think of Trubbish as harmless or even helpful in the way that in the early stages of climate change, that humans saw the things that led to environmental catastrophe as harmless or overall helpful.
I think that I sort of disagree. I don't think that I mean, they are definitely causing more environmental damage. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think it's more of like pigeons and rats. Like, you know, they're just trying to survive. And they, you know, I don't think they care that they're causing more damage, or I don't even think they're even aware of it. They're just living.
Okay. Yeah. But, like, I guess what my point is that, like, even if Trubbish are not actively, like, that, like, at best they are neutral.
Yeah, I mean,
and then Garbodor is directly damaging.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, I see it more for Grimer, so I'm just gonna explain it through Grimer. It's like when Waste got to that point that Grimer came into being, that was basically the impulse of the Earth, or at least as it was understood by, like, Jirachi receiving that wish energy, is to make more waste, make more goo. And Grimer is basically living goo that's excited about living and moving and procreating and spreading.
Yeah.
And so even though it's like what we would call a bad outcome, that is just the impulse that was interpreted by Arceus and turned into a Pokemon so it could keep going and keep propagating.
Yeah, I think that is the thing, is that, like with something like Garbodor is very obviously directly damaging.
Yes.
But you can very much make the argument that the death by 1,000 paper cuts of Trubbish is more damaging than one stab wound of Garbodor.
Okay, yeah, sure. I guess Trubbish can be bad too, if you really want.
Well, but this is, like, I'm saying that, like, what I'm saying is that, like, Trubbish and Grimer, and maybe they are like, because they are enemies, so we have to consider that. But like, that overall, what I'm saying is that just because Trubbish is more cute and less obviously damaging doesn't mean that it shouldn't be considered a damaging force. Also, so let's go ahead and read Grimer. I want to point this out because I think it's some bullshit. Sludge that was transformed due to X-rays from the moon.
What the fuck? Hello? What? Can you read that again?
Sludge that was transformed when exposed to X-rays from the moon.
Okay, so it's a Mew Pokemon then, because we know the Mew's from the moon.
No, dude. Whoever wrote that Dex entry was high. That's the only explanation for that.
Only explanation. There's no way that that's right, and it's also not mentioned like anywhere else. So.
What does X-rays from the moon even mean?
Sorry, it is brought up again in the moon entry.
Oh no.
What the fuck? What do you mean?
All right, back to the drawing board, guys.
Yeah, never mind, I guess. What?
But Ultra Sun totally defies that too, because it says it was born from sludge on the ocean floor.
Yeah, so what the fuck is going on?
In a sterile environment, the germs within its body can't multiply, and it dies.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I want to point out. That's one thing I want to point out, is I think that, with, like, Grimer and Trubbish, that the more waste we create, the more of them they are.
Yeah.
And then the more clean we are, the more they go away. But I want to say that there is a certain point, I think, where there's enough of them around that it becomes more difficult to get shit to be like clean and healthy.
Huh, what? It's almost just like the real environmental issues.
Yeah, again, environmentalism is a huge theme in Pokemon that has been here from the fucking beginning.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and explain. I think half of my theory crafting is explaining the Dex entries. We've talked about how sometimes companies in the Pokemon universe fuck up and cause disasters, and that is the explanation of Voltorb. That is also the explanation of Grimer, and the reason that the Dex entries say whack shit, like it came from the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, it's because it's propaganda.
It's propaganda.
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world.
It is completely unverifiable. It is completely like unexplorable.
Because these companies are like, I don't know where the Grimers are coming from. They must have come from X-rays from the moon.
Our science machines detected X-rays from the moon, and we know that there's X-rays coming from the moon because we sent a digital duck there.
It never made it, but we know.
Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Yes. We can also, there's also a lowland Grimer who might provide a little bit more information.
Did we look at Mucky Bucky yet?
Okay, so a lowland Grimer. So this is extremely interesting because a lowland Grimer and Galarian Weezing are seem to be like rehabilitated Grimer, which exist to solve the problems that other Grimer and Weezing create. Brought to Alola to solve the garbage problem. Has a passion for trash above all else, speedily digesting it and creating brilliant crystals of sparkling poison. Interesting. But that, like, the variants of these Pokemon are made to help fix these problems.
Yeah, they've been re-engineered.
Yeah. toxic fluid sleep. This is from Muck. A toxic fluid sleeps out from its body. The fluid instantly kills plants and trees on contact. Smells so awful it causes fainting. Through degeneration of its nose, it's lost its sense of smell.
It has a nose?
Apparently, it has
not
a
anymore.
Does it has a? It's whatever. Yeah. I mean, Muck is just a bigger Grimer, I think.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Alolan Muck, let's see. The garbage it eats creates continuous chemical change in its body, which produces an extremely vivid coloration. So which, what? Let's see. For Garbodor. For a time, the numbers increased explosively on Alola. Since the arrival of Grimer, their population has decreased dramatically. Interesting.
Oh, because they brought Grimer to get rid of him.
Okay, so Muck is only the natural enemy of Garbodor in Alola.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Because they were brought to be cleaned up.
Yeah, okay.
And Grimer and Muck see basically anything as food because it's like they just poison it and digest it and corrupt it, essentially. Uh-huh. Whereas Alolan, Grimer, and Muck see garbage as food and turn it into crystallized poison.
So this is also a thing in Sun and Moon for Trubbish. It says a very similar thing. Uncertainty places are what they like best. They can be spotted in Alola, often with Grimer in hot pursuit. So I think that actually does go with kind of what I was saying, is that, like, Trubbish and the original Grimers are polluters, and then the Alolan Grimer and Alolan Galarian Weezing are here to clean that waste. How were they rehabilitated? Here's the thing. So
because Pokemon can be friends.
We've got to put Trubbish somewhere, and then we got to put Grimer somewhere.
I think we should use the Alolan Grimer.
I think so too, because Trubbish and original Grimer can kind of represent the same thing.
Yeah. Trubbish. This theory is
not that cool.
It's not that cool, but it is pretty canon.
Is it canon?
I think so. Yeah. With the very fact that Alolan Grimer chase after Trubbish because they are polluting.
Yeah, I think also with the fact that they came into existence recently.
Yeah, exactly, and like everything about it. Like I think honestly, like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, down low.
Down low, not cool, but pretty much canon. Actually, it could probably be more canon than that. Don't you think? Should we just leave it here?
No.
Leave it there.
We'll leave it there. All right. And then grabbing Alolan Muck really quick. There it is. First off, I love Alolan Muck's design.
Yes, so good.
So fucking good. Get out of here. Can I grab? Thank you. Okay, thank you. No. Okay. All right. So the theory for Alolan Muck, and just Mucks in general, I want to just to get to that. I want to talk about, because I think the theory should be around them is how did they get changed? How did they get rehabilitated?
Well, you have these companies that are responsible for Grimer and Trubbish. Well, maybe Trubbish, or at least the processes that led to Trubbish.
Yeah.
And you have, I think it's green tech. Like I think it's like, solar power or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I sort of see that.
Really
I think it's like some sort of environmental group that that was like, well, we don't want to just like, we're not just going to go around trying to kill Grimers because A, that's not the source of the problem, and B, they are still living creatures.
Yeah.
So they decided to see if they could rehabilitate them and train them to be used for different things. And I think that this happened originally in Alola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Grimer were brought to Alola and then rehabilitated there. And then, probably after that, Alolan Grimers started to pop up around the world.
Right.
So basically, that Alolan Grimer and Alolan Muck were created, or rather rehabilitated, by an environmental group, basically trying to take the waste that was created by these companies and repurpose it to clean up, and basically just like fucking Uno reverse card.
Right. Now, do you think that two important questions. Do you think that this organization is also responsible for Galarian wheezing?
Do we want to go check the Galarian wheezing out?
I don't think we need to. I want to know your gut response.
I don't think that they are created by the same. I think, but they were created or rehabilitated potentially at around the same, like using the same methodology
techniques. Yeah, I think that somebody in Galar saw what they did with the Grimer and they were like, "Oh, I know."
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, why has nobody taken credit for this? Because it's got to be something shady, right? Like there's got to be a reason. If this is an eco group, or it's just that they're hiding from the corporations.
Yeah, I think they're trying to be underground. I think they're just trying to be underground.
Like, IP or whatever. Like we even though they'll never admit to creating Grimer, like it's still illegal for other people to mess with them.
Yeah, something like that. But I do think we need to move on from this.
Yes, please. 100% canon.
100% really? Canon. More cool than Trubbish, but not that cool. Something like that.
Make him the hat of the dog.
The Wailord.
No, the dog.
Krogunk?
Oh, the dog.
What the fuck? The Flygon?
The spiky dog.
What dog? Oh, this dog?
Yeah.
No. I think, here's the thing. I actually want to move it up to cooler than this because cleaning up waste is cool.
It is cool. Is it?
Yeah, but also we hardly came up with it. Like, it was already there.
Yeah. But also, I don't know. I think like here is good. I think there is.
We came up with that secret underground eco terrorism group.
Yeah. I think there is good.
I just want to fill up the empty space. That's all I care about.
Okay, then we need to go get some not cool bullshit
See, this
theories.
is my problem. We haven't made any horseshit stuff tonight.
Yeah.
Except for Porygon, I guess. In fact, we moved Arceus to the left side, so we need some horseshit, and we need to rush through it.
Okay. All right. So, in chat, I want you to come up with a Pokemon that you think that is absolutely horseshit.
Oh wait, we have Mareep.
Oh, we have Mareep. You're right. We are right. But I want folks to be thinking about some bullshit garbage Pokemon.
We're coming up on time.
We're also coming up on time. I think we can do Mareep and then one other.
Yeah, we should probably do a legendary after Mareep.
That'll be bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, come up with an extremely bullshit legendary, please.
Okay.
All right.
Mareep is electric, right?
Mareep is electric. I'm bringing up the decks. Yeah, Brainstorm. Thank you, Sunglasses Frog.
Mareep was a herd of sheep that kept on getting electrocuted by lightning, and in order to survive through evolution, they grew lightning rods as tails so they would stop dying.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty.
You want a horseshit theory? There you go.
Here's a sheared Mareep.
Oh no.
Which I think is the pink cow Pokemon.
It's a little dog.
What pink cow Pokemon?
Are you talking about fucking Miltank?
Are you? Oh yeah, are you talking about Miltank?
Are you remembering it as pink because of the udders?
Miltank is pink.
Is Miltank pink?
Miltank is pink. Yeah, Miltank is
Miltank
pink.
is pink.
Miltank is absolutely
strawberry
pink.
milk.
Yeah, strawberry milk.
Don't scroll any further.
Oh!
Please stop.
Oh, no! No! Ah! I hate...
Safe search is off.
Safe search is on! My safe search is on! And it got through anyway. Nobody look.
Nobody look.
Oh, God. Horrifying. Okay, anyway. Mareep.
Mareep.
That's
I think
it,
my
man.
theory was already perfect, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. And when cold weather increases static electricity, its wool doubles in size and the tip of its tail glows slightly. Clothing made from Mareep fleece is easily charged with static or electricity, so a special process is used on it. Rubbing its fleece generates electricity. You'll want to pet it because it's cute, but if you use your bare hand, you'll get a painful shock. I love that. I don't know. It's just a sheep.
It's just a sheep that the sheep that were more resistant to electricity lived, and because these sheep are from a fucking storm region. Okay, that's all. They're from a storm region.
They're from a storm region.
Natural selection helped them grow electric powers.
Yes, they're from a. Okay, so here's what I will say: is that they're from a stormy region. These are mountain sheep, and that the wool is specifically like used to basically insulate them from the heat, or from the cold rather, because they grow on mountain regions where it's cold, and so they have become lightning rods to get electricity to stay warm during harsh winters.
Right.
Okay.
And when they get too much electricity, they evolve, as it says right here.
Bam, done.
Yeah, there, did it. That was a fucking easy theory. I mean, we could talk about Ampharos, I guess, but like.
No. We don't need to talk about all of them.
Ampharos
oh my
is
God,
Ampharos.
It's just such a different dog.
It really is just a different dog. Ampharos.
Such a cute design.
Yeah, Ampharos is just like Mareep are just sheep batteries. They're just sheep batteries, and then when they get so much electricity, they're able to glow brightly. That's easy. That's it. They evolve and then glow.
And they stand up.
Yes, and they stand up because that gets them closer to the lightning.
Closer to God. The problem is it horseshit?
I think
it's closer to the side of horseshit, but it's not. I think it might be right on that middle line.
I think it's more horseshit with the first rough draft of they kept on dying before. They just kept on getting electrocuted and dying until evolution finally was like, all right, you can absorb.
We haven't really talked about that much at all, and that's like Mew's whole shit. Is that natural selection exists in the Poke Earth?
Right. So yeah, the Mareep that exists today are the way that they are because they over a long time developed this battery-like feature of them, like that. Originally they were closer to Wooloo.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes a little more horseshit. Yeah. So we can move it a little more to the right.
these are mountain sheep that evolved over time to be more resistant to electricity and to also eventually. I will also add that since these Pokemon are like batteries and lightning rods, that originally originally can you plug your iPhone into a Mareep to charge it? Yes.
Yes.
You can
you just kind of lazily stuff the other end of the cord into the fur.
Yeah, so basically like all you do is the little prongs, right? If you stick it into the wool, as long as they're not too charged, you know, if they're too charged, you'll overcharge your phone and bust it. But you can stick very lazily, like Joe said, just stick the prongs of an electrical, like outlet or socket, whatever outlet, into a Mareep's wool, and the electricity will go through and it will charge. It's dangerous, though.
Look out.
Look out. Okay, so thank you for that bit, because I think we can move it closer to horseshit there.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
hard to bathe a Mareep.
It's so hard to bathe a Mareep. It's so hard. They have caused... Mareep have caused... Mareep... there have been occasional happenings of Mareep falling into the ocean and zapping fish around it and killing them.
All right.
You can't put Mareep into a bathtub.
Guy?
I think that this Mareep is good right where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. All right. Give us a absolute horseshit legendary, because this is going to wrap us up for the night. Give us horseshit. Give us horseshit. Give us horseshit. What's the most horseshit legendary? What's the most absolutely bonkers bullshit legendary?
A fucking flower hedgehog?
Zapdos came to mind for me too, but we just did a shocky Pokemon.
Zapdos is a good option. I am interested in Zapdos. I want to hear. Sunglasses Frog is concurring with Zapdos.
All right, Zapdos it
all right,
is.
so we're ending. So first off, I want to point out. So if this all goes well, then we will have 3 electric types right next to each other in horseshit.
Coincidence?
Yes,
so me and Joe just watched the fucking movie with Zapdos in it.
Yeah, we did. So we know the lore.
So first off, I want to point out Galarian Zapdos is one of my favorite Pokemon ever.
Oh my god.
That is so cute.
It's so fucking cute.
There's a how is there a Okay, never mind. I don't know shit about Pokemon.
Yeah, the Galarian forms, first off, the Galarian form is fighting flying. Interesting. I don't actually they're in one of the Crown Tundra expansion pack is where but also I want to say that with the legendary birds and the legendary dogs, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, and then Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres, that they are that they are not unique Pokemon. I think that like for a lot of some legendaries at the very least, some legendaries are extremely unique and have existed forever. Some legendaries are not unique, and whenever they die, they come back, or the same, like they are like the blueprints can be used in different areas.
Right. So there's like the legendary Zapdos, like the one that we saw in the movie. Which movie was that, Amy?
It's Pokemon 2000.
Pokemon 2000. That one was like, it was the legendary Zapdos at the time of filming, but had that guy gotten away with it and like captured or killed all those birds or whatever,
the world would have been destroyed.
Well, no, they'd have been replaced by other birds. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, the world would have been destroyed.
Well, okay, in that situation, it would have been just because, like, it wasn't happening naturally. But these birds can die of natural causes, and there's a flock of, I don't want to say it's like Pidgeot that just get elected to become Moltres or whatever, but I think there's a island or something.
No. So birds. yes, this is actually correct. Thank you, Joe, for your extremely. Can you plug your iPhone into a Zapdos to charge it?
If you plug your iPhone into a Zapdos, it will kill you.
It'll kill you. It will kill you, and it will mildly hurt the Zapdos. No, I want to say this right now that the legendary birds are birds that were because Lugia controls the birds.
Yeah.
So.
Tries to anyway.
Lugia is the one who gets to decide which birds become the legendary birds, because
Ooh, okay.
and what happens is that when one of the legendary birds dies, it's not that another's, like, if a Zapdos dies, another Zapdos doesn't just pop into existence. Rather,
Lugia goes out and finds a bird.
Right, so an extremely good bird. Lugia will find in Wonder Woman, the origin story for Wonder Woman is that she won that tournament and became Wonder Woman. That's basically what happens for birds.
Wonder Bird.
Yeah, Zapdos
That's so
is
good.
Wonder Bird.
I lied. That's incredible.
I love that.
Good.
It picks a chicken and then electrocutes a chicken, and the chicken has powers.
Yeah, basically.
And that makes sense why the Galorlin one looks different, is because it picked a different bird.
It's a different bird, and it serves a different purpose.
Yeah. So it holds a beauty pageant. Basically, yeah. That
that means that
Lugia holds some sort of competition for birds to see which bird will get to become the new legendary bird.
And these birds becoming legendary makes you godlike, and you will live much longer than usual. But what this means is that by the time Sword and Shield take place, the Zapdos we know and love is dead.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, is there any reason why these two that Zapdos and Galarian Zapdos can't exist at the same time? Because they serve different functions, right?
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
But also we have to decide. We have to figure out if Galarian Zapdos is still under control of Lugia,
or if there's another Lugia guy.
Sorry. Galarian Zapdos is not Zapdos.
Oh, what's it say?
When its feathers rub together, they produce a crackling sound like the zapping of electricity. That's why this Pokemon is called Zapdos.
Hello?
It's called Zapdos because it reminded them of Zapdos, but it is not Zapdos.
That doesn't make sense. What?
It's a different... Sorry, now we gotta look at the
I disagree.
No. This is extremely funny. This is extremely funny, and I want to stick by it.
I also want to see what the other dexes say, but
Galarian Articuno, known as Articuno, but not actually Articuno. Moltres. Let's go see Galarian Moltres. Hold on. This Pokemon's name was Sorry, the sinister aura that blazes the molten fire around this Pokemon is what inspired the name Moltres. The Galarian legendary birds are named after the legendary birds, but they are not the legendary birds.
I don't understand.
They are not the legendary birds.
Which one came first, though?
The original.
The original legendary birds. So what's the deal with the Galarian ones?
Galar has its own little baby legendary rank.
I want to show off Moltres in the original Super Smash Brothers.
It's good. It's a good dog.
He's on fire!
It's Good.
Somebody put him out.
Oh my god, I am fucking losing my mind that the Galarian legendary birds are not the legendary birds. That is amazing.
I want to know what the fucking storyline is with them in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. Like, that is 100% what I'm trying to find out.
Is that Articuno and Zapdos and Moltres are named that way because their names contain Uno, Dos, and Trace. And when I learned that like 4 or 5 years ago, it blew my mind.
I know, it blew my mind too. I was like, oh my god.
Way too late in life did I learn that.
Joe, you're gonna lose your shit when you find out what the towns in Earthbound are named after.
I already know. Thank you.
Maybe you have to
Sorry, it just seems to be an unrelated bird.
No, let's fucking link these theories.
Let's link it. Let's link these theories. Let's try and.
I think that everything we said about Lugia putting on the championship, the fucking bird Olympics to find the new legendary birds that's all true. That's all.
That's
correct.
true. That's true.
And
this is true for any of the legendary birds.
I think that stinky little, shitty little legendary Pokemon that I don't know about put on its own little stinky little Olympics in Galar to make knockoff legendary birds. Because it's like, I'm as good as you, Lugia.
Yes. All this after. Please tell us spoilers for Crown Chandra to tell us to talk about the Galarian birds because we can make
sense of this.
We need to know because the wiki is giving me nothing.
Wiki. These streams are fun.
These streams are fun. I want to do this again.
Yeah, I want to do like every single Pokemon, honestly.
I was thinking the exact same thing that eventually I want to get every single Pokemon.
And then we will never like clear the board though. Like
no.
Yeah.
It has to be just filled with every Pokemon.
No, 100%. Eventually this will just become such a nightmare mess of just like and we'll try to only do one Pokemon from each line, but that's still gonna be hundreds. There's this big giant tree that you have to find, and when you interact with it, the birds just show up and start fighting before all running off.
That's literally
fighting with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they do that in the movie too.
Yeah. They have a very antagonistic relationship.
Okay. They're all very territorial, and they all want to be the like bird.
So, what is the like main legendary Pokemon of the Crown Tundra? That's what I've got to figure out.
Yeah,
oh, right, it's this fuck.
Oh, right, that fucking brain dog.
Who's our stand-in for Lugia?
Weird dog.
This goddamn Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, this very Mojo Jojo energy. It can also ride on horses, which I think is fun.
Oh, that's cool. The horses look cool. I don't like the dog.
Yeah.
I don't like his head.
I love that this is considered that Calyrex the Pokemon is considered an NPC, not a Pokemon.
Oh God, that's so awful.
Sorry, you can't catch it. You can battle it, but you can't catch it.
How do you ride? Wait, what's that horse Pokemon? Is that its own Pokemon?
Yes, there are two different Pokemon. They are Glastrier and Spectrier, which I love.
Because Spectrier looks really cool, and I want to catch it. What is it? Is it only in
also?
This one?
I think it's only in Count Tundra. Also, also, I want to point out that its feet are gone, and the hooves are floating.
I love it. I love it so much.
Also, sorry. So you can't get Calyrex on its own. You can only get Calyrex riding one of the horses.
That's so weird. What the fuck?
So, I think when I said there's a shitty little guy in
Galar, this is the shitty little guy.
That's him. He's like, I'm smarter than Lugia.
Yeah, I've got a big brain.
I've got a big brain.
Fucking Calyrex is here's my theory. Calyrex is a fucking incel.
Yes, exactly.
Calyrex is an incel who...
And he made birds fight each other so he could feel cool.
He's like, I'm gonna make some fucking birds. I'm gonna make birds. I'm gonna make birds that are gonna be even better than the legendary birds, and all they do is fight each other and bicker.
I can't believe he rides a horse.
He rides a horse.
I've never seen any other Pokemon ride a horse.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing, right? So
Calyrex literally possesses a human man to talk to you in the game. Jesus.
Yeah, this boy is an incel. Okay, so we've got to get since we were asked to talk about Zapdos, we're gonna use Zapdos as the reference point, but this is referring to all legendary birds. So we're gonna get Zapdos, we're gonna get Galarian Zapdos, and we're gonna get Calyrex.
All right, so Calyrex is an incel, is our theory.
Calyrex is an incel, is the theory.
And we're representing that with Zapdos. Where does it go?
No, we're getting, so these three are different. They're different but related theories.
Okay.
The Zapdos theory is very cool.
Can you hide the Pokédex?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, 100%.
It's very cool.
It's horseshit. It's horseshit, but it's on the cool side of horseshit. I think it goes like right here.
I think the incel thing is not so cool. I think it's kind of like, honestly, like right under the word not.
So like right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me. He's responsible for the growth of crops in the Crown Tundra. That makes me feel that, like, honestly, that just makes me feel these. It's like, look at all the cool shit I can do. Here, I can provide for you.
Yeah.
Like my theory is
up the habitat of Vanillish and shit.
Yeah, my theory is that the Crown Tundra would have been totally fine without Calyrex.
You know what, Jupiter? I think it's a really good thing that we never made that show called Every Pokemon is Good, because we would get stuck on that guy. We would get stuck on that guy.
Yeah. Well, we did decide that legendaries were going to be very rare special episodes.
That's true.
So,
okay.
Okay, and then Galarian Zapdos is, I'm going to say, cooler than Calyrex, even though it was created by Calyrex by the same...
I think it's more horseshit than the Zapdos theory, honestly.
Sorry, you think that Galarian Zapdos is more horseshit than Lugia creating a tournament for birds?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. So sorry, you're saying it's more horseshit because it's a theory based off of another theory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's
fair.
It
is an added degree and an added wrinkle that makes it even less likely.
Okay,
true.
I think the Galarian legendary birds will go right on the middle line, but absolutely horseshit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fair because it's got the coolness of the legendary bird tournament, but it's also got the shittiness of Calyrex.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't. Okay, so all this after saying he hasn't been growing crops because people forgot about him and he forgot what his purpose was because of that. Oh my god, this guy sucks. He's like,
oh, what am I supposed to do? Make food, right?
Yeah, so he's really like, oh, you don't care about me? Fine. I'm gonna go make some birds.
I'll do what this other guy did.
Lugia will pay attention to me.
Maybe you'll pay attention to me if I make some fucking birds.
Why do you have a blueberry on his head?
Yeah, don't you think it's cool that I ride a horse? Like, no, not really. I can't believe we're ending on Calyrex is an incel.
Yeah, I'm like starting to feel a little bad for making fun of Calyrex, so I think we should wrap up.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up. It's about time to wrap up.
All right.
Okay. So just checking because yes, here it is. Okay, so this ending is fitting for us. So I think somebody was talking about making fan art of this stream. I don't know if that if you ended up doing that, and if you did, the Discord is where you will upload that for sure. But I will say, and I also love that just because of the structure of our Discord, that here's due to the structure of the Discord, that the fan art for the stream goes in a place where people who can't see the stream yet.
I like
a little taste.
Yeah. Squibbly Scoodles. I didn't know this. I didn't know that you were Scoob. This is by Scoob, and this is incredible. Greninja, Greninja, go! Greninja, Greninja, go!
It's the Vanilla Ice Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know who that guy was. Okay.
This is Vanilla Ice. He has a song where he says, "Go Ninja, go Ninja, go."
Okay.
And so it's
great.
Yeah.
It's just like a physical manifestation of America.
I mean, is it not?
Is this Captain America?
I do like the hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very well edited. This is perfect. This is perfect. Thank you, Scoob. Also, I did not intend for it to fit perfectly in this little square I made, but it does.
But it
so
did.
I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Cool. All right. Well, looks like a propaganda ad, and I love it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. That is that on that. Thank you so much for watching this fun little stream that we did. We're going to be doing these Patreon streams monthly, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. This will be uploaded in a month to the YouTube. We didn't say exactly when, and Joe and Amy, we didn't. I think they should just be uploaded on the 1st of the month.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right.
Because we're also going to be trying to do these earlier in the month. So our next one, if you want to join us, we're planning on doing on the 4th of March, that first Friday.
Yes, that is true. Yes, we're doing these the first Friday of the month is the plan.
I should be clear. The next one that we're doing is probably not going to be a Pokemon theory crafting stream.
Probably not, but we will be back.
We will be back. Get back to this down the line.
Yeah, the next one we don't know what it will be yet, but
it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. We're just we're really fucking around and finding out with this. So
so thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. We hope you had a wonderful time. And yeah, that's that on that. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.